No, look at this guy. Man, you
Hey,
guys so you're like a star now. The Rams win the Super Bowl. Look
oh,
at this,
I,
like
oh,
jumping
look
off
at
the
this side.
top.
And of course, here he comes. Listen, is he smoking a cigar? He's really gonna what? Oh my God! Yes, Rudy. Oh, jeez.
Amelia, how are you?
Larry, how you doing, brother? How you doing? Kev,
Streaming to his own channel right now. So we got a little dual
Yeah.
stream going right now.
Look at
So listen.
Ramelia with the Rams shirt. Look at that.
I gotta put a stop to it. Ayuka's no Isaac Bruce. Let me just start there. Not even close. Bang Escalator Crew jerseys that they lost in the championship game. That's what when you wear those jerseys, just so you know, that's what we're thinking when we see it. We picture you guys going down the escalator in defeat in the NFC Championship. Escalator gang, bang bang, bang bang Escalator gang, baby.
Rams house, like I said, anywhere is Rams house. We can't bridge freaking Santa Clara. That's what it's called. It don't matter because we got came out with
The Ramilia Sports Report is not filmed in front of a studio audience.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the going to the division round Los Angeles Rams? We dispatched the Panthers. That's what we needed to do. We did what we had to do. Could it have been easier? Yes. Do we ever do it easy? No. So are we surprised? No. Special teams is still sorry as hell. How do you give up a blocked kick at the wrong time, and then Tanner Ingle, the human torpedo, olayed his guy, then pushed him into the kicker, towards the kicker, and gave him an extra step to block it accidentally. But come on, man. The zombie Niners are still alive and kicking thanks to the Philadelphia Eagles having the worst offense I've ever seen in a playoff game. I mean, I can call plays. You guys have heard me here. I'm like, we need to use Puka Nacua with 13 personnel. We need to run the ball more. Why did we not run there? Just basic knowledge. I would be a better offensive coordinator, especially me being a USC fan and knowing Caleb Williams like I do. And you guys have heard me. Certain guys, you have to get them the ball early to get them focused, to get them confidence. That's what I'm saying, and that's just from me playing sports and seeing how things go. Certain guys need a little bit more motivation or a confidence. You get them the ball early, get them stoked, get them ready to roll. And that's what we need to do with Tutu Atwell. But horrible, man. Listen, props to the Niners for being a zombie team and winning all the games. The W is all that counts. But we would have loved to have played that Philadelphia team. Anyway, Brock Purdy throws 2 interceptions, and because the Bears couldn't cash it in, I was expecting them to go to Mac Jones because the offense wasn't doing anything. And but you keep leaving a team, keep going out there and not only scoring field goals or not scoring at all. That's what happens. But yeah, it's crazy. The Niners are probably going to get a belt to the ass with the Seahawks, and then we're going to hopefully. I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but we should be able to handle the Bears and Caleb Williams, even though that's my guy, former USC quarterback. And then we play Seattle at Seattle. I like our chances. Or if Sam Darnold shits the bed, then the Niners, if we beat the Bears, the Niners come to SoFi. And won't we love that? Won't we love that? To to whip the Niners and put them out of the misery, the zombie Niners. Robert Saleh, 13 personnel. What do I do? But we do have some bad news. So Kevin Dotson is going to play. He's fine. That's not the bad news. The bad news is that Killer Witherspoon is out for the playoffs. So now we have to go to McCreary, a mix of McCreary. Thank God Quentin Lake is back. But Witherspoon was trying to get himself into shape and catch up to he was off for a while, so basically catch up, getting game shape, and with him and Quentin Lake out there, that's a formidable offense. Hold on one second. So it's going to be a little tougher now with the secondary. That's what worries me is our secondary. And, the Panthers, though, too, you got to give them credit. Don't let people fool you. They're saying, well, the Panthers, you guys beat the 8-9 Panthers. Well, first of all, they're playing at home again on the road, and they're a bad matchup for us, especially with our secondary. They're tall receivers who can get open, who can run with the ball. And if we don't get pressure on Bryce Young, he can hit them with the ball. So they can score against us. And like I said, told you guys before, it reminds me of the New Orleans Saints back in the day against the Greatest Show on Turf Rams. They would always give us a problem, even though they didn't have the greatest record. They weren't the best team. It's all about matchups. So just because, they scored a lot of points on us, or it took a lot for us to knock them out. Don't be fooled. This team is still lethal. We just got to cut down the mistakes. Block kick. They get the ball there. But anyway, let's just get into the chat. Danny Sports Highlights. Happy Monday. Hello, everyone. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you. My guy Stockton says, the Niners still being alive is an embarrassment to the NFL. Well, on that note, I think it was 1987 was the last time that the NFC West had three teams in the playoffs. It's actually, even though it is an embarrassment, if they would have won the division, they've been winning. It's not their fault that the Philadelphia Eagles were horrible. Unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to break through and beat them. And but that team is broken. The Chargers beat them. That gives you an idea. The same Chargers who got blown, who couldn't do anything because of the messed up offensive line against the Patriots. And Herbert was getting lit up. But they still won, so that's all that counts as a W. It's not because I'm nervous about the Bears matchup with us. On offense, they're formidable with the Caleb Williams and all that, but our offense, it's going to be cold. So it's going to be tough for them for them to stop our run game. Stockton says none of this should be a reality if we didn't choke. Burrows says Rams are moving on. Rudy, what's up? Rudy, ready for this division round? Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Stockton says, can you imagine if the Shitty Winders team is in the Super Bowl? No, they ain't gonna be. I mean, well, we have to take care of business. As long as we're there to stand in their way, I don't trust Sam Darnold. We can't lose to the Bears because then it'll be the Bears in the way. Gil says, my brother, our DBs are sorry, brother. We need that front line to get to the quarterback and make sure they tackle this dude. They always seem to let the quarterback get away. Yeah, Khalil Williams is mobile too. He's got a great arm. The one thing is he's streaky. We got to make sure that we don't let him get hot, man. We got to score too. Hopefully the weather won't be so bad so we can go through the air. but we got to put sevens on. And in playoffs, that just goes without saying. You always want to put sevens, make them one dimensional. Talking says our secondary is dog shit. We should made a move at the deadline. Yep. Rams John says penalties killed us too. Yeah, well, Dedix is going to be out. Dotson is going to play, so that'll help there. Rams John says encroachment on 3 and 5 was horrible. Yep. The Rams John says the Green Bay choked, or else we'd be playing against the Niners at SoFi. Well, that was a tough game, man, because they were missing their defensive guy, Parsons, and so the Bears were actually lucky that they didn't have that extra pass rush so they could come back. But we almost did the same thing against the Panthers. But that was unfortunate that Parsons wasn't there. That would have made a big difference in getting to Khalib, and I think they were missing somebody else on offense too. But the way I mean, like Stockton is afraid of Chicago, is not afraid of Chicago, but he's worried about Chicago. I'm not. I mean, the teams that are in there, the Seahawks, the Bears, the Niners, we should be able to beat all three of them. I'm not worried about it. Well, let's say it this way. I feel that we should be able to beat them. Ajafella says, I'm frustrated. No one gives a chance against the Bears. All other channels are saying Khalib is going to bury Matthew. Oh, really? Well, we are favorites, and they're at home. So, don't worry. Listen, they have a good team. They're in the playoffs. Like I said, they got through the Packers, but they were missing their main pass rusher they got for the playoff run. That'd be like us when we got Von Miller to go for the Super Bowl to help Aaron Donald, and then Von Miller got hurt. So that's just that sucks that happened, because he could have made. He's a difference maker. Jim Everett says, Rounds will smoke that horrible Bears defense. We should be able to score against them. Hello, Ramelia, brother Rudy, how you doing, Aljabella? Appreciate you. Stalker says Rams are only favored by 3. It was 4.5. Now it's 3. Burrow says, Rudy, Chicago is going to be tough, and I believe in this Rams. I believe in the Rams in this playoff. I believe in the Rams this playoff football. Yep, I do too. The last time the Rams played in Chicago for a playoff game, we had another old quarterback, if you guys remember, for you OG Ram fans, 1985, Dieter Bra. And Harry Dickerson. The setting is similar, even though it's not the old Soldier Field, more modern version. But nobody would ever mistake Matthew Stafford for Dieter Brock. So we have a chance to right or wrong from 1985, but listen, I'm looking forward to it. I expect us to beat Chicago. I expect the Niners and Seahawks to beat each other up, and then we probably will go into Seattle and have to beat them. And I'm looking forward to it. And then go on to the Super Bowl. Remember, says Khalib holds onto the ball long. Rams pass rush will feast. Yep, love it. Hold on. All right, testing. Am I back? Let's see. Testing. Yep. Gil, how you doing, brother? I'll never understand why they signed Tutu all that money and don't play him. How stupid is that? Yeah, man. I mean, okay, so the reason why we didn't sign Demarcus Robinson is because he had that suspension looming. They're two different receivers, but he had that suspension, and he saved the Niners this last game. I told my guy Wayne Breezy, he was like, he gave something to the effect like Demarcus Robinson is him. I go, don't be fooled. He gives you flashes, and he's like, that's all we needed, and that's true. But he is a good receiver. But remember when our guys were hurt, he didn't step up at all. He was like he disappeared. He didn't do that for us. He is a secondary piece that plays well when other guys are there, for us at least, and that's with Matthew Stafford throwing the ball. So I was very surprised that he came on top this last game against the Eagles. But yeah, that's why we got him. We got Tutu because he stretches the field. The idea of Tutu Atwell playing more and being an instrument in our offense is great, but they don't do it. I don't know what it is. Yep, you're right on that. I would have loved for them to use that $10 million for a lockdown cornerback. Jamar says Stafford 4 to 5 touchdowns. I love it, man. I'll take 4, and the Rams win by 10 points at least. Jimmy Garoppolo plays most of the fourth quarter. Rams John says, bottom line, F Chicago, Seattle, and Santa Clara too. Yes, indeed. It's the Rams against everybody. The Rams against everybody, baby. Ram John says, the Teddy Bears is crap defense. Jim Evers says, 49ers beat Seahawks. Book it. Rams host 49ers at SoFi and NC title game. Wouldn't that be amazing? Put a belt to that ass again. Shaka says, works most, let's see. World's most boring Super Bowl. Patriots versus Niners. Please, God, no. Can you imagine? The only way that would be okay for us not being there and winning it is if the Patriots beat them. Then I'd be like, Drake May deserves the MVP just for doing us a solid. No Kittle. Yeah, man. God bless George Kittle. That sucks, man. That sucks that he got hurt. I don't like injuries, man. You know, whenever we play, even the hated Niners, I want them to be fully healthy. I want us to be fully healthy. But I don't know what it is, man. I mean, you can put Zeus in a Niners uniform. He'd probably get hurt over there too. I don't know what it is, if it's in the water or what it is, man. I mean, it's crazy. Stockton says Seattle favored by 7.5. Hopefully they won't be in a lull like us. It should be that much though, because I mean, really, the zombie Niners are running on fumes. Yep, Dieter Brock, baby. Sam Darnold will choke. I hope not, man. I hope not. Ramdon says Dieter Brock over Brock Turdy. Actually, David Henry says it sucks to see it. Yeah, man. We were looking forward to him in the playoffs. Just the wingspan, the experience playing with multiple teams. He plays well in our scheme. The wingspan, the size of him, along with Ahkello Witherspoon, it covers a lot of field. It sucks, man. That really hurts us. That hurts us. But next man up, man. Whatever it is. Jaron says Purdy was absolutely trash. Juwan Jennings, 49ers best QB. Yeah, I had said that. It took Juwan Jennings to they needed help for Brock Purdy. They had to have somebody else throw a touchdown. But it worked. I mean, they went for that Ole play in the Super Bowl. That's what they did too. Michael Romano says, "Let's go, Rams. You got this." Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Let's see. So we are in the divisional round, baby. We're exactly where we should be. Hopefully, we were hoping that we'd be at home, but that's okay. We got the Bears in the divisional round. Guys are getting back. Unfortunately, Ahkello Witherspoon isn't back. And one thing I want to show you in the Niner game, AJ Brown was all world against us. Remember, he was single-handedly making the Eagles came back, but at that time they didn't hate each other yet. They were on the cusp of it. You saw AJ, a very unprofessional team. I always said that they won the Super Bowl despite Sirianni being head coach. Earlier in the year you had AJ Brown with the book on the bench, and not paying attention, but he was making plays. And then the offense is horrible with that offensive coordinator. But yet that game against the Niners yesterday was horrible. The guy couldn't catch. It looked like he wasn't giving an effort, didn't dive for the ball. It just landed like a foot in front of him. And then you have even Big Dom even had better hands than AJ Brown yesterday. Check this out on the sideline.
Big Dom, why not?
He's
Dom
everywhere.
Catch. Where's his hands?
Dom with the grab. Look at him. He can't believe it's coming that way. I don't like the body catch. I want to see hands.
And of course, little Tom, skinny Tom Brady is going to say, I don't like with the body. He's got to use the panza. But yeah, man, props to Big Dom. He's got better hands than AJ Brown yesterday. That was a horrible, man. All they had to do was score one touchdown and they win that game. Brock Purdy was throwing him out. He was handing out holiday turnovers, man. And now they're saying, "Oh, he's a top 5." There they go again. The top 5 quarterback. Look what he did. The dude, to me, I saw two interceptions, horrible interceptions again. And they had to say, "Hey, let's do that Juan Jennings flea flicker where he throws a touchdown pass." But they won the game. You know, if it wasn't for that Eagles offense being so horrible, the one thing I do give it up to them is they were stymieing enough the run game of Philadelphia. CMD Carney says, I was concerned the whole game until the final drive. I knew Stafford was going to lock in and win. That's one thing that's such a great advantage for us is having Matthew Stafford at the soon-to-be MVP behind center. Stockton says 3 tough road games in bad weather, very tough task. We were so close to having 2 home games. It drives me crazy. Yeah, but we just got to put that behind us now. That's over. Now we just go out and do what we need to do. Yep, Witherspoon is out for the season, Jim. He's out for the season. Jacked up his shoulder. Matter of fact, let's get into Sean McVay talking about the injuries. Dotson will be back. Ferguson will be back. Wallace will be back. Here we go. Take it away, Coach.
What about what's Kevin Dotson's?
He's making great progress. I was really encouraged. I thought he had a great week last week. Optimistic about what that looks like for this week. Been proud as hell of how Justin Dedich has battled, but the expectations, and I know Kevin's preparing to go play this week, and we're going to really, push that thing and see how he feels with the optimism that there's a good chance that he makes it.
And Terrence Ferguson and some of the other guys.
Feel really good about Terrence. Terrence and Josh Wallace are the other guys that are looking really good. They were right up until kickoff. There was a possibility that they could make it. Kevin obviously was the one guy that we did rule out and, been really pleased with his progress, but just based on the nature of some of the things his position would require. But with some of those other guys, it's looking pretty good.
So hopefully Kevin Dotson will be back. It just depends on this week as we get into Thursday. Thank God for the NFL to schedule us for Sunday. I know Weiner fans were pissed off. Why is it we played on Sunday and we got a Saturday? Shut up. You're lucky to be in there. You're lucky that they didn't schedule us to play you guys again. You got that week 5 damn lucky game where they socked Kyron Williams in the jaw. And they let you have the ball. They let you get away with that. Stocker says, funny how an ex-Ram saved the Whiners. Demarcus Robinson would have been a great third receiver for us. Yeah, with the suspensions. And I was laughing at him too because they went and paid him. They went and got him. And then he couldn't even play the first 3 games. And then Ayuk was doing his thing, being a knucklehead. Rams John says, Witherspoon on air sucks, but he was getting roasted in that game. Yeah, he was trying to play himself back. He's not a lockdown cornerback. He is still one of our better all-around cornerbacks because of the size, the experience, and the wingspan. But since he came back, he wasn't the same yet. He still may be, that maybe that shoulder was bothering him more than he, maybe couldn't push off on guys, or, maybe that's why he was able to injure it right away like that, landing wrong. CMD says, I hope Terrence Ferguson gets involved in this game. They need to unleash him. I like it that Terrence Ferguson and Higbee are both in there. Stockman says, Rombo apologized to his chat for his gas during. He says, is that true? Well, God bless him. It's a medical issue, man. That's nothing to laugh at. Props to him. But farting is funny. Gil says, we probably could have got 2 players for the money for. Yep. Yes, Gil. Yeah, I told you I love Sean McVay, Les Snead, all the guys, but there's some things I'm like when we got rid of Ernest Jones, the beginning of the season, and they left Chris Shula without a real middle linebacker, and it came to bite us in the ass in both games against Philly in the regular season and the playoffs. Imagine if we had a Ernest Jones the way he's playing now for the Seahawks. in one of those games. He probably would have gotten in the way of some of those long runs. So I guess Rambo's talking Super Bowl now. If I'll tell you what, the other day I was watching him, and he kind of realistically gives you his take on the Niners that, we weren't supposed to be here. It's all gravy, blah, blah, blah. And then one of their callers hypes him up and go, Jameer says, green face smiling. Rasmus says, Eagles losing in the first round was funny. Can't stand them. Seahawks and 49ers have to knock each other out now. Yeah, beat each other up. What's up, Skyman? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Actually, Darren H says, what is up with Terrence Ferguson? Higbee shows up and he disappears. He had, I think it was a groin. Was it a groin or hamstring? He should be back now. Hopefully, those things are very tricky. Let me look at what he had. Hold on. Hamstring. It was a hamstring and causing him to miss the final game of the regular season. Those can be tricky, but he's a young guy, so hopefully he'll get over it and be fine. Devontae Adams is back after a few games. Jim Evers says, Seahawks offense is trash, average below 17 points. That's what I'm worried about. The Niners are going to be doing some flea flicker bullshit. But, if the Seahawks play physical like they did last time, I don't think it's going to be a problem. I see Brock Purdy throwing some more turnovers. I see them strip sacking him. I see CMC getting stripped. You have to watch out for Tongas because he's a decent tight end. CMD Carney says, I hope the Steelers win tonight. I want a Super Bowl rematch plus Stafford versus Rodgers. Steelers versus Rams, huh? I just want us to get to the Super Bowl, and then we'll beat whoever's there. That's right. Better Rodgers over Texans. Elger Fellas says, Dotson is definitely needed. I don't understand why we kept trying to run over Dotson's there. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing there. You can't. If we're gonna do that, bring in two tight ends on the right side, and then both of them block along with the right tackle to just mull people over. Rams John says Kittle should get a donor Achilles from the deer he rides on the Little Caesar pizza. Rasmus says, honestly, for everything that's gone on this season, the Rams have a solid path to Super Bowl. That's what I'm thinking too. Panthers, Bears, and possibly the Niners at SoFi. If not, then we get part 3 of Seattle. Yeah, I mean, look, to me, it's not any harder than it ever has been. I mean, the year we won the Super Bowl, I mean, we didn't think it was going to be easy. So, I mean, I think we're fine. Are we a polished, perfect team? No. The special teams, the secondary, but most of our guys are back now, getting healthy. Well, I think we'll be fine. Stafford, he got his finger bent back. He'll be fine. It's not gonna mess him up. If there's bad weather, he's played in bad weather before against Philadelphia. He knows what's at stake. This is his legacy, and he knows what's at stake. He doesn't have too many of these left. Ramsey says, K-Dot, a go for Sunday. It's just about there. McVay just said, it's looking good, but we will see. Michael says, there's a video that says the Weiner's injuries could be from, yeah, I saw that with the power plant being next to it, giving us that something that affects humans. I mean, that would be one reason why there's so many injuries. JJ Fona says, what's good, Rudy and Ramelia? I'm not confident with this Rams-Bears game, maybe because Khalil Williams runs a lot. Khalil Williams is a dog too, man. But listen, you can only do so much. As long as we're scoring and doing what we can, Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Tyler Higbee, Terrence Ferguson, the running game, Kyrie Williams, Blake Corum, Matthew Stafford doing his thing. I think it's just too much firepower. My guy, Willie Bowen, LA Rams offense must focus on getting the TDs. Yes, TDs instead of 3. And the other round defense should put up more tackles and pressure on the opposing quarterback. Revenge is sweet, Rudy. Yes, indeed. Revenge for the 85 Bears. game against Eric Dickerson and the guys and Dieter Brock. And but yeah, we get listen. We run the game. We run the ball. Smart attacking offense. No turnovers. Move the chains and get big yak yards. Get great play calling. Run the ball though. Wear on their defensive line. On defense, get after Khalib. Keep him in the pocket. Don't give up any big plays, but also to be physical and tackle them right where they're where they catch the ball. And corral Khalib Williams. He's going to make some plays because he's a high skilled quarterback who's mobile. So we just got to do what we need to do. Michael says, got to use Higbee more against the Bears. Yep. Hopefully we do a lot of 13 personnel with in and out Puka in the lineup with Terrence Ferguson and Higbee in there as well. I like Parkinson's hot right now. Keep going to him. Jim Ever says the 49ers elimination of the Eagles was huge for the Rams. Their oversized receivers were a matchup problem for undersized Rams. Yep. Big receivers kill us. Hi, my baby. Wow. Willie Bowen says the LA Rams tight ends should be used more in the LA Rams offensive plays. Yep, the 13 personnel just depends on the defensive lineup. Jim Ever says the 49ers will defeat Seattle, then the 49ers get destroyed by the Rams in the NFC Championship game. As long as we get to the Super Bowl. As long as we get there. ESG says Rumble tries that reverse psychology in the beginning of the game, pretending he doesn't think the Niners will win. He does, doesn't he? I was just so irritated that after Brock Purdy threw 2 interceptions, they couldn't do nothing with it. The Eagles, I'm like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? That defense is so horrible. They're using smoking. They got a couple of guys out of the barbershop and the couch to play linebacker for them. What are you doing? Ram Johnson says Rams 45, the Bears 20. Love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. Take over LA says Puka and the Shiesty mask is going to go off. Love it, love it. Let's go into some Puka Nakua. Hold on. Here we go. Tell him I lift them weights. Hold on. Puka Nakua says, tell him I lift them weights. Here we go. Watch a clip. What's up, Tribe? Ever warned everybody don't throw it to Kiddo in the second quarter? He'll tear his Achilles. I mean, that's not funny. He got hurt, but whenever you have older guys that have a lot of miles on them, they're susceptible to getting injured. Man, I wish he didn't get hurt. I like Kiddo. I think he's a dog. He's a great player. That sucks. Rams John says, OG Willie Bowen and me were going to, at it with the Winers and Sea Chickens fans last week on the round table. Love it. ESG says the 49ers are advancing to the second round is a reason why people are calling the NFL playoff week this year. Yep, got you. I got you saying. Jim says, Tribe, 49ers paving the way for the Rams to walk in the Super Bowl like they did last time. Remember? When we had an issue for a while with the Green Bay Packers. We would when for some reason we always play them at Green Bay, and then the Niners wouldn't beat them, and then we came and took care of the Niners at SoFi. Pete Town Hitter says it was only right that the Niners and Seahawks have a short week this week because last week the Rams and Bears had. That's a great comment. That's a great comment, man. I agree. And plus, the refs pulled 2 points out of their ass for the Seahawks. and it helped them beat us in overtime. So, And I know they're going with the rules and blah blah blah, but man, the refereeing crew has been so horrible this year. That's the game that they can use the power of the rule book against us. Take over LA says, don't mind 49ers beating Seattle. If we win, we face off at SoFi. Yep, that's what everyone's saying. Yep. Jim R says, what's the news on Dotson? Dotson is close to coming back. It's a game. It's a day by day basis. He looks a lot better than the last couple weeks. Rams versus 49ers at SoFi. Rams dropped 40 on the 49ers heads. I love it. Takeover says 49ers might beat Seattle if they can hold up on defense. I don't think they can, man. They just got a lot of. I mean, whenever you're down so many players, and it takes a toll. But props to them, man. I mean, listen, if that was us and we had all them beat up players, we'd be saying the same thing too. We keep winning at least. Mario says, what's the key to beating the Chicago Bears? The key is don't let Khalib Williams go off. Try to keep him from getting a rhythm. Keep him boxed in as much as you can. He's going to make some plays. He likes to go downfield. He's got a strong arm, man. And he's in the prime of his career. He's just in his young career. I've seen him do a lot of amazing shit with the USC Trojans. I'm a USC Trojans fan. That's my quarterback, man. When he was on the Trojans. And the Rams, as long as the Rams do their thing, run the ball, score 7 when we get in the red zone, no turnovers, special teams play good enough, and don't allow giant plays, and don't put the ball on the turf. We should be fine. The pass rush has to get after him, man, because he will tend, like my guy said, he will tend to hold the ball sometimes because he wants to get the ball out. He doesn't have a quick release because he's got a strong arm. He hasn't kind of learned that part of his game yet. Kind of winds up, and he hasn't. At times, he gets overly excited and he'll miss easy plays, like some quarterbacks with strong arms will do in the early part of their pro career. Mario says, "Yep, we got that already." CMD says the key to the Bears: save all 3 timeouts for the 4th quarter. That's true. You're like, what are you doing? Debo says, bang. He's only down to 1 bang because they got hurt. Oh man. But props to them, man. Who knew? Who knew that they would still be? They're like, that's why I call it. I heard that term I saw that term rather on one of the comments, and I go, I'm going to use that. Zombie Niners. Rasmus says, Seattle is beatable. I don't get why everyone is acting like they're the Legion of Boom. The Niners are capable of pulling off that upset. I'm just saying because the Niners defense is horrible. The Packers, not the Packers, the Eagles should have took advantage of that offense, man. And I don't know what it is, but Jalen Hurts is trying to be like a pocket passer all of a sudden, trying to be like a Matthew Stafford, and that's not his game. Run, Forrest, run. If he would have ran more, like Purdy runs when it's not there, he at least runs. Run, dude. The lanes were wide open. They got these old linebackers, veteran linebackers that they pulled off of the street, and you're telling me that Jalen Hurts can't get by these dudes? He could have kept at least a couple of drives going with his legs. What are you doing, man? She says Seattle fans are doing the same thing that us Ram fans do. They're expecting a blowout. Yep, they are. They're very arrogant though too. I don't know how arrogant I would be with Sam Darnold. It's going to be a battle of the turnover meisters. You're going to have Sam Darnold throw a pick, and then Brock Purdy comes back, throws a pick, and then Sam Darnold throws another pick, and then Brock Purdy throws a horrible pick over the middle that they'll probably drop. And then just to keep up, Stafford will throw 1-2 on the sideline. No, I'm just kidding. Stafford, don't do that. Mario says, let's go Rams. Yes, indeed, baby. This is what we're waiting for. This is the second season. The most important time of the year. It's the most important time of the year. Skyman says the Rams running backs are from Michigan and Notre Dame. That's right. What's his face said that on the Locked On Rams. They should be. Was it them or the round table? I can't remember. Yeah, that's right. It's a great comment. They're used to the cold weather. They know how to run the cold weather. Love it. Unfortunately, Kyrie Williams fumbled against the Eagles in the snow, but that's because they knocked it out. Razmaz says, first we got to take care of the Bears, but I'm really starting to think we might get a rematch of the 2021 NFC Championship game. That'd be something, man. That'd be something. I'm all for it. And to me, it doesn't matter who we play. I ain't afraid of nobody. CMD says, Whitworth said the Niners should start advertising on the injury tent because of how... This injury report is brought to you by Jed York. By the way, would you like to buy a piece of the Niners? We're selling minority interest in the Niners. We couldn't get 10%, but we're selling 3-point stake. Boy, I tell you, they're going to be doing bake sales and car washes, selling more pieces of the team. That's what happens when you have an ownership like the Yorks, whose most important focus is on Leeds United. Yeah, she said Seattle's acting like a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in a while. Yep, they're acting like rookies. Jim Evers says never bet on Sam Darnold twice. Seen ghosts. Yes. Takeover says run the ball with Dotson back. Run the ball. Run the ball. Run the ball. Jim Evers says Cleveland turn over the ball. ESG says Rams just need to shut down the Bears tight end. Easier said than done, but it could be done. Yeah, I mean, they're going to make their plays. I mean, let's just be honest. We don't got Kevin Green back there with Jack Youngblood and Aaron Donald. We got a great defensive line at times. This is the time for them to do it. Brandon Fisk needs to show up. Jared Verse needs to make his presence known. I'm glad that he's getting double, triple team for the other guys to eat, but we need you to do something, brother. We need you to do something. I loved how you blocked that punt and all that kick and field goal and stuff, but we need you to do something. Jr. says Khalib Williams will have 2 to 3 turnovers. Love it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I love my guy Khalib Williams, but now he's a Bear. So that's different when he was my USC quarterback. Razma says Saleh is annoying, but he's a great corner and he has a defense holding up with no names. Cardinals should hire him if they want to be competitive. Yep, he's doing a job, man. He's doing a job. Netx says, Net5X says, Bears can't keep up with the Rams in a shootout. Khalib Williams is amazing, man. But that's what I'm saying. As long as our defense does what we can do, Khalib Williams holds the ball a little too long, we might be able to strip sack him. Hurts more runner true. I don't understand what they were doing. Even if the Niners had a good defense, for any defense, you got to run the ball if you have that attribute. That'd be like, okay, I have a great jab. Let me not use that. If I was to ask anybody here in the chat, we're not Bears fans, but if I was to say, would Jalen Hurts be more dangerous? Just standing back in the pocket or using his legs more? It's elementary. Like, what do you do? Hey, stupid, use your leg. I'm not calling him stupid, but when you see those cartoons or like the Three Stooges, hey, stupid, use your legs. Golly, man. I know that they do some plays where they have formations where he runs. No, use your noodle. Nobody's open. Let me pump fake and go this way and then cut and take off full speed. I mean, you tell me you can't. The Niners had 2 linebackers that were sitting on the couch and off of in street clothes a few weeks back, and you tell me that you can't juke a guy. What are you doing, man? What if I was an Eagle fan, I would be out of my mind. It reminds me when we had Mike Martz as our head coach when Dick Vermeil was shown the door, and he blew a couple of Super Bowls for us doing some stupid crap, man. Stupid plays. Rams John says, Matthew, the heart snatcher of Stafford. Yes, indeed, baby. Oops, sorry. Boris says, horns up, baby. Rams all day. Yes, indeed, horns up. My guy, Willie Bourne, I'm all the way with the Rams. All the way with the Rams. Yes, indeed. Oops. Greg Flores says, NFC title game will be at Levi South. We'll see, man. That would be a great matchup. Will be a great matchup, Niners and Rams. Rams Mom says D-Line has their best game of the season against the Bears. I'm calling it now. Love it. Ever since we did that picture, do I still have it? Hold on. Ever since they posed for this picture, let me see if I still have it. Hold on. Let me go into my bag. Ever since the Rams posed for this picture here, right? The D-line, they haven't been the same. You guys need to wake the hell up, man. Wake the hell up. That's a badass picture. Live up to that. James says, Caleb Williams played horrible. Rams Johnson, F both teams playing in the other NFC divisional playoff game. F the Winers even more. James says, Caleb doesn't play well under pressure. Well, I wouldn't say that, man. He's a gunslinger. He's a pretty good quarterback, man. He's learning in the pros, though. He's learning the pros, and definitely not where there. I want to show you some here. So props to the redhead of the Carolina Panthers, and the Carolina Panthers. Some of them are in awe of Matthew Stafford. It's so much fun to watching you play, man. Andy Dalton to Matthew Stafford, the redhead. And it is. I mean, us as Ram fans, we get spoiled by what he can do. Imagine being a quarterback and seeing it in front of you on the field. But yeah, this is after the game, and giving Matthew Stafford, soon to be MVP, his flowers. Check this out.
Hey, I love playing against you. For sure. You're a hell of a player. Keep it up. Keep going, bro. Thanks, yeah.
The guy's an all-time great quarterback, man. It's unfortunately he spent a lot of his prime year, most of his prime years with the Detroit Lions, and they had bad management, and it sucks, it sucks. But you know what? We got him now, and so we'll just take advantage of him being here right now. Also, too, I cannot forget this. Eyes on the screen. So the anniversary, 10 years ago, the Rams came back to Los Angeles. Amazing. In 10 years. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that long, and it's not that long. But let's look at what the Rams have done. In 10 years, the Rams changed head coach to Sean McVay, right? In 2017, he won Coach of the Year award, turned the Rams around, right? They went to the Super Bowl 2018. Okay, they lost. Cooper Kupp didn't play; he was hurt. Todd Gurley started having his knee acting up. Remember, we had to get C.J. Anderson off the scrap heap to help run the ball against Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. And then so we retooled again and said F them picks, and we got Von Miller and OBJ after Robert Woods got hurt. We went to Super Bowl and we won it. So in 10 years, and who knows what's going to happen with this? We'll leave this year out, and this is part of it. If we get to Super Bowl, that'll be the third time the Rams were the Super Bowl in 10 years. Amazing. And like I always tell the Niner fans, in this modern / post free agency era of the NFL, you can no longer backload players and stash them on your practice squads because they can be picked up, or after a certain amount of years playing in the NFL, they have to be paid a certain amount. Things are different now. It's a little more. I'll say it this way. It's more tricky to win a Super Bowl, to keep your teams together, and also two coaches. But yeah, it's crazy. And let's see. And then here, Davante Adams has a chance to do something too. Davante Adams is currently tied with Julio Jones for the 11th most receptions all time in the postseason with 77. Adams has also passed Randy Moss, 977 in postseason receiving yards, and moved to 17th all time. So there it is, baby. There it is. So if he gets that and gets a Super Bowl, I mean, he's going to probably go in as a Ram. What do you think? We'll see. The Hall of Fame. CMD says, proud of the NFC West, 3 out of 4 teams in divisional playoffs. That's crazy, huh? Let's see. And yeah, let's shore this up, this special teams, man. Look at Ingo on the left side pushing the guy into him, man. Look, check this out, eyes on the screen.
In Los Angeles, the entire season, they made a coordinator change. Chase Blackburn was let go early in the season. In Los Angeles, the entire season.
Kind of pushes him to the side, helps him.
Made a coordinator change.
Supposed to get in his way, brother. Block him to the left and then go out. Look,
nothing's really changed.
What are you doing?
Special teams just continue to have blunders. And
what are you doing?
Time it's Isaiah Simmons
and we activated him from the practice squad so we can do that.
5 losses this year. 3 of them.
We activated from the practice squad so we can be ready because Sean Belick, one of the better special teams guys, and young linebacker is out. And so this guy gets activated and does that. Like, dude, what the hell are you? I mean, you don't even have to be a star to know that you're supposed to block your guy. Anyway, let's see why they call Puka Nacua, call him a powerful force for a reason.
Throw left, Puka the screen with the block, bumps off a hit, finds his way to pay dirt.
I lift weights. I lift weights. Tell him I lift weights.
It says Ingles messed up there. Yeah, that was. I mean, he didn't mean to, but you can't. This is the playoffs. You got to block your dude, man. Especially for me too. Even if you thought he's going to get the ball off, you can't block him. Knock the shit out of him and then go out. That's part of being physical. CMD says, looks like Ingo thought it was a fake punt or he was waiting on Evans to pass him the ball. I don't know what he was doing there, man. But yeah, I mean, it was a mistake. We're not going to hold it against him. It's over. He won the game. But yeah, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. Let's see. And then this is a cool little thing. Bryce Young and Matthew Stafford. Bryce Young, he's a great young quarterback. He's got to keep it up. They are definitely a matchup problem for us. And but at least we won the big one. So here we go at the end of the game. And it's crazy too, because last year they were already looking to move on from him, And so, but anyway, let's get into some highlights. Roll the tape of the game.
Up and down the field at will.
Stafford on the first play has Puka Nacua coming loose, and of course he does. Play action. They do this more than anybody. It's Nacua with his second catch. And a first down for the Rams as Nacua takes it inside the 15. Tackled by the old Ram, Nick Scott. Right there with Drake May. Going to be Stafford or May. Head-to-head for MVP. Going end zone. Puka Nacua, and just like that, Los Angeles is on the board.
All right. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. We'll get an update hopefully on Dotson that he's going to play for sure. I think he is. And but yeah, everything's going the way it should be. Everything is going as I have planned. Like the Emperor from Star Wars. I like that we're going to play the Bears. I like that most of our guys are healthy. If Dotson comes back, beautiful. Sucks about Witherspoon, but Hugh Lake is back, and Higbee is back, and hopefully Terrence Ferguson will be back. Dotson will be back. It's all we can ask, and Stafford's finger will be fine. And so, remember his back stuff from the beginning of the year. We were like, are we going to be okay? Anyway, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday evening, maybe about 7:00, 7:05. Do a little earlier this week. As we always say, may the Ramelia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. We're right there, baby. 3 games away from the Super Bowl.